So here we go, loading up the, it's just regular sand? Just regular sand?
Well, actually, the coarser gravel works best.
Oh, okay.
But this totally works and it's easier on the feet if you're going barefoot.
There you take the sand and
you dump it onto a tarp. Recycled lumber tarp works really well.
this is just natural clay.
Yeah, this is clay that was dug out by somebody that was digging a pond.
Right on Salt Spring, so just right out of the ground, regular clay.
Right out of the ground. And it's nice and wet, which makes for
good old regular glacial till clay.
This is the fun part of cob building.
This is
the cob dancing on a tarp is one of the ways to mix cob, the most popular.
Oh, okay. Well, it makes sense. I mean, it's a solid material and you kind of want to get it all blended together. Okay, so a little mixing action here.
This is when you invite your friends, you know?
Right.
So you keep gathering it up, stomping it out, mixing, adding water as you need.
So now we're really starting to get it all mixed in together. See?
Well, why don't you get in here with us?
I've got my good shoes on.
Take them off.
It's taken a while to mix it all in, but they're mixing, and it seems to be getting there. Lots of feet, lots of mixing. You're getting good shape building a cob house. So what's your name?
I'm Todd.
Todd, and you're just helping out? Just kind of...
no, I've had Mud Girl workshop experience.
Sure, so you just, I want to be Mud Girl, just a helper. It's because it's all girl power. It's quite amazing how
it's real girl power.
Mud Girls and friends.
And they're mixing. Really looking forward to the straw. The consensus is it's a little wetter than it should be. But here comes the straw, first load of straw.
I'll give you guys some in your hands and you can...
And there we go. Now look at that, it's just like... That is very cool. You can see how the straw is just going to give it... It's like rebar going into the cement.
Ideally, the longer straw, the better.
Right. So is that all the straw, or did you put more?
We'll put a little bit more in.
But it doesn't take much straw. I always thought it would take more straw.
It depends on what you're doing.
Right.
Like if you're doing like an archway or something,
oh, okay.
That usually requires more straw.
Something that needs more structural integrity.
You are.
Okay. Folding.
So this is how you roll cob using your body.
Right.
Instead of trying to lift it, you can just use gravity.
So this is what people in Salt Spring do for fun.
And that's pretty much a mix, you know, you've seen it.
There it is.
We can add a little more, but it's good. It's pretty ready.
Pretty good, eh?
Yeah.
The mixing is a lot of work. So now how long can it sit for before you have to use it?
It doesn't really matter. I mean, it'll dry out.
So
you can always re-wet it.
Sure. So you've got a few hours of work with it, no problems.
Yeah, and there's so much leeway. Like this mix is a little bit wet, so we can just leave it out and it'll naturally just dry out. And
so then you just scoop it on and away you go.
Yeah, we'll pick it up in, handfuls
and just apply it right on.
You'll come back when we're building our bench. We just finished our bench foundation.
So this is going to just come out this way.
Yeah, this will be a cob bench that will attach to the wall.
And the sticks are the rebar that bind it on.
We'll have sort of a buttress back to the bench that's going to come down and people will be able to come and sit here.
Oh, cool.
Lean against the beautiful mud back.
So that's just some of the mud that you put right on the...
that'll help us connect to separate things.
So how many coats does it generally take to cover over the straw?
Straw bales are ideally done in 4 coats.
Oh, okay.
The first coat being a clay slip, which you can see has been started to be put onto the wall.
Okay.
And that helps. It sort of acts as a go-between between the straw and then our natural plaster, earthen plaster.
Okay.
Because mud loves mud, so once you put this really sticky clay on the straw bale, the earthen plaster will apply to it with much more ease.
There you go. So that's just a cover coat.
That's a primer.
And what's in the primer then? It's
That's just clay, that same
just the clay.
soil mixed with water.
Oh, okay.
Into solution.
Just straight, and you kind of paint it on almost?
Yeah, and it's painted on.
Oh, cool.
And
that
straw
gets...
bales will take 3 more coats of plaster.
Okay, and that just gets it ready, and then you can plaster
Yeah,
it.
and then we'll mix up an earth and plaster much in the same way we did the cob.
Oh, and that's all the stuff you guys have mixed already?
Yeah, we've got mountains of it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So when does that go on? Today?
That'll go onto this bench today.
Oh, okay.
That's not for plastering the bales.
Oh,
That's
okay.
for building. It's much too coarse. And
So
not
when does the
sticky enough.
plastering of the...
We'll be plastering the bales at the end of August in a separate
Oh,
workshop.
okay. So not until the end of August. I'll have to come back. That'll be August.
Yeah,
okay,
come back in August.
So thank you very much.
You're very welcome.
Go have some lunch.
All right.
Thanks.